Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Jerry, and this is the Simply Cyber Report powered by Lima Charlie, the top cyber news stories you need to know about right now. A custom made malware that is virtually undetectable by conventional antivirus and agentless tools has been observed mining Monero cryptocurrency on open source Redis servers around the world. The malware, named Headcrab, has been taking advantage of Redis servers' ability to replicate and synchronize data across multiple nodes within a Redis cluster. Threat actors have been observed exploiting the Redis server synchronizing process in order to load a cryptocurrency miner on internet exposed Redis systems. Typically, a Redis cluster consists of designated servers that are either designated controller or worker servers, which are not configured with authentication due to normally being run on secure closed networks. Designation of the servers and pairing is accomplished by issuing a legitimate replica Redis command, which pairs worker servers with controller servers. A threat actor can manipulate the process by issuing a malicious replica Redis command to pair the legitimate worker Redis server and pair with a threat actor controlled controller server to download the Headcrab malware. The malware, Headcrab, is the second Redis targeted malware that cybersecurity researcher firm Aqua has reported in the past months. The best mitigation for preventing the malware from being successful is disallowing the replica command, ensuring the server requires authentication, as well as periodically scanning the Redis configuration files within the environment if all else fails. Remove the server's exposure to the internet will help mitigate the risk of infection. Tracked by cybersecurity firm CrowdStrike, Scattered Spider, which is a separate cybersecurity firm Group IB, tracks as Roasted Octopus, has reportedly hit more than 130 organizations that have obtained 10,000 credentials in various campaigns. Since early 2023, the Octopus campaign has been seen deploying a phishing domain impersonating video game makers like Roblox and Zynga, marketing firms MailChimp and Intuit, as well as Salesforce, Comcast, and Grubhub, so the big players here. The majority were found to be designed to mimic Okta login portals, with a small number also impersonating Microsoft. Now, according to CrowdStrike, the group has expanded the usual victim scope from gaming and financial industries, which now includes various technology sector companies. Some speculation has surrounded the group, yet no verification if Octopus is the same group that hacked the giant game developer Riot Games last month. As the financially motivated group is mimicking Okta login portals, an end user could prevent getting phished and hooked with the proper scrutiny of login portals and only accessing needed web pages. Symantec's threat search team discovered a Russian hacking group named Nodaria, also UAC 0056, and has been using a new Golang-based information stealing malware called GraphIron to attack Ukrainian organizations. The InfoStealer malware has been known to masquerade as an Office template.exe and Microsoft Office dashboard.exe in order to attempt to hide as a Microsoft Office component. The research team discovered the hacking group using the information stealer since at least October 2022 through mid-January 2023. GraphIron has been observed to have the ability to read machine GUIDs and retrieve the host name, system info, and user info from the compromised devices. The malware is also known to steal data from Firefox, Thunderbird applications, steal private keys, data from PuTTY, stored passwords, basically all the good information stealing stuff that threat actors want to get a hold of. They can also manipulate file structures to include creating directories, listing directories, stealing files, running shell commands, etc. It's a full-featured malware. Typically, the hackers deliver the payloads in spear phishing emails concurrent with the ongoing war against Ukrainian organizations and leadership. And with proper email filtering technologies and training, the malware will not proceed past the filters, so be mindful of that. This is not your friendly artificial intelligence happy helper robot. Qbot, while being fairly aged, has undergone major changes. Qbot, aka Quackbot, originally fielded as a banking Trojan, has evolved into malware that can gain initial access to a host or network, drop additional malware on infected systems, and perform other activities across a network to include information stealing and facilitate ransomware, to name just a few. To combat utilizing malicious macros, Microsoft had disabled the use of macros inside of documents by default, Last month, a new vector of infection was observed using a OneNote attachment inside of phishing campaigns in order to subvert protections placed by Microsoft. Now, threat actors are able to embed almost any file type when creating malicious OneNote documents, including Visual Basics scripts and LNK files. Although almost foolproof, threat actors will still need to socially engineer their victims into executing either by double-click viewing the file option or another form of calling action on the file. Maintaining scrutiny in emails from unknown senders, as well as reporting suspicious activity that deviates from normal business operations, should be considered best practice. Time to update those business continuity and incident response plans, as the Clop ransomware malware will not be broken long. Researchers from SentinelOne have observed the latest Clop variant that is targeting Linux systems in educational institutions, which appears to be in its initial development stages. The Linux variant is missing many of the obfuscation and evasive capabilities that are present in its Windows counterparts. The Linux variant of the malware has been successful in numerous high-profile attacks, resulting in hundreds of millions of dollars extorted from its victims. However, SentinelOne researchers have released a free decryptor for the current variant, which is awesome. And due to the faulty nature in its encryptor logic and hard-coded master key, they were able to develop that decryptor. The victims can decrypt any data without paying the ransom. This is huge. The rise in cross-platform programming language like Rust and Golang allow porting malware from one platform to another. According to Antonio Tarrafos, threat intelligence researcher at SentinelOne, they have seen this with other groups such as Hive, Royal, Lockbit, and Agenda ransomware groups leveraging those cross-platform porting languages. Now remember to check out simplycyber.io/streams to get longer form, deeper dive content in cyber threat briefings every single weekday morning. I'm Gerald Dozier from Simply Cyber. Consider yourself armed with knowledge.